Hey guys, what's going on? It's this kid, and we're going to talk about how to get all the Raptora mounts in 9.2. So all of these mounts are going to be from Protoform Synthesis. So first you have to unlock that. It's going to be in the cipher of the first ones. All you have to do is research that third column, second row. And once that's done, you complete a quest line, you finish that, and you'll unlock Protoform Synthesis. So if you don't know, with Protoform Synthesis, the basic idea is you find a schematic, and then with the schematic, you turn it in, you figure out how to craft the mount. You're going to need a rare item to get the mounts. You're going to need Genesis Motes, usually around 400 to 500, and you're also going to need a lattice that is specific to the mount itself. So since the Genesis Motes and the Raptora lattice are going to be the same for all these mounts, I'm going to go over how to get those first, and then for each individual mount, we'll go over how to get the schematic and how to get the rare item. So the first thing is going to be the Raptora lattice, and that's going to be found from every Raptora within Zereth Mortis. The best place to go and get this is the north part of Zereth Mortis. There is a mountain where Takwitz is found. Takwitz is the rare that is just flying around, is a Raptora. He's going to have a 5% chance to drop the lattice, and all the birds around there have right around a 1% chance to drop the lattice. The next thing is going to be the Genesis Motes. So you're going to need right around 400 for each of these mounts on average. The best place to go is going to be Genesis Fields for this. I have a video talking about the specific farm. I'll put that in the description. But generally, you're going to want to go around and kill the devourers that are popping out of the portals there. You're going to kill them, and you'll probably get right around 400 to 500 Genesis Motes per hour. So put some time into that, and you'll have enough for your mount. Okay, so on to the individual mounts themselves. We'll first go over the Desertwing Hunter. So the schematic for the Desertwing Hunter is going to be found at these coordinates. You're going to go to the floating rocks that are over here, and you're going to fly kind of behind them. If you don't have flying, you can use Door of Shadows, but flying is easily the best way to get this. As far as the rare, it's going to be called Wind's Infinite Call, and that's going to be dropped from Enhanced Avians, and all those are going to be on the Sepulchre of the First One's island. There are a ton of these Enhanced Avians all around the island. You pretty much go around the border of the island and up to the raid itself. They are going to have a 1% chance to drop it, so it's going to take a little bit, but I got mine in about 15 minutes. The next mount is going to be the Raptora Swooper. The schematic for the Raptora Swooper is going to be found on a table in the back of the cave with the entrance at these coordinates. It's in the sandy area in the northeast part of Zereth Mortis. Just as a quick note, the mob in the back that's basically guarding the schematic does a ton of damage. It's a quest mob, so I don't know if it's a group quest or something like that, but you may need to find someone to help you get the schematic. And as far as the rare for this mount, you're going to need to get the Eternal Rage Pearl. This is going to be from Elite Mossworn Automa. The best way to farm this is just to go around the sandy area in the northeast part of Zereth Mortis. You're going to kill the Fettered Wardens and Fettered Gunners. They have about a 1% chance to drop the item, so you might be there for a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. And the last mount for this video is going to be by far the hardest mount to get out of these three. It's going to be called the Maw Adapted Raptor. So first off, the schematic for these mounts is going to be dropped from the Mossworn Hulks in the northeastern part of Zereth Mortis, the same place where we were just farming that Rage Pearl. It's going to be a 1.7% chance to drop from these guys, and they're the ones that look like a big wall or a big tank. They're just walking in circles. So similarly to that mob that's guarding the schematic for the last mount, this mob is going to do a ton of damage as well, so you may need some people to help out with this. The only thing is that for these ones, you're going to need people that are a little bit more committed, because you're going to have to kill a ton of these things to get the schematic. So as far as the rare goes for this mount, it's going to be called Maw Forged Bridle. This rare is a 100% chance to drop from the high value cache in Sepulchre of the First Ones, and it's also a 1% chance to drop from the Olea cache. So for the high value cache, this is going to be located in the Sepulchre of the First Ones, right before Artificer Zymox's room. You're going to see the chest on the left side covered by a red little bubble. The way you're going to get this bubble off is you're going to kill Taskmaster Zypro, and he is walking around along the path to get to Zymox. But you can't just kill him normally. You're going to need to kill him while there's 3 broker mobs around him. Each of those broker mobs gives him a stack of a buff called Synergy, and when he has 3 or more stacks, he's going to get a different buff. It's called Security Override. When he dies with that buff on him, he can drop the Security Override orb, and that is going to unlock the cache itself. Also, just as a side note for this, you can't do this on LFR. You can only do this on normal and up. I did want to mention, if you want to kind of cheese this and your group doesn't really know about it, usually they're going to kill the broker mobs really quickly that are kind of around Zypro. So what you can do is, while you're killing him, when he gets really low, you can just pull some broker mobs yourself. Just be sure to interrupt them so they come closer. It is a kind of small radius to give him that buff, but you can kind of sneakily get that buff on him for yourself. So the other way to get this rare, the Maw Forge Bridle, is going to be from the Olea cache, and that's going to be sold by Olea Manu. Olea Manu is going to be a Giro, and he's going to be available once you complete the second row, second column research of the cipher of the first ones. Once you do that, you also have to complete a quest line involving Olea Manu. It starts with Broken Circle, so once you complete that, you're going to see him outside of that same cave that the cipher is in. It's going to be able to sell you a bunch of stuff, but specifically the Olea cache for 700 ciphers. From there, you're going to have a 1% chance to drop that rare. But that's it. That's the last one. That's going to be how to get each of the Raptora mounts. Maw Adapted Raptora is specifically way harder than all of the rest. I would recommend getting the other 2 first. But with all that being said, have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night, whatever it is, and see ya.